Hello everyone, this is Team 34 and my name is Weiran. So today I'll be demonstrating the core features of our AFL fan sentiment analysis platform. So let me just show you our dashboard, analysis dashboard. So I've already opened this Drupal notebook file. So to run this Drupal notebook, the first thing you gotta do is to run this command. To forward the port from the Fusion router to the local host. It's just to make sure that you have the access to the Fusion functions deployed on the cloud. So these are the Fusion functions that have been already deployed on the cloud. So also you need to set up a kernel and install all the required packages. So I've already installed all the packages into this kernel, so I just select that. And then you can just execute each cell, each code cell. So let me execute this one to set up the environment. And now let's dive into how to use these features. So the first feature is time series sentiment analysis. So this section tracks the evolution of fan sentiment over time for a selected AFL team. So sentiment score, including proportions of positive, neutral, and negative reactions, are calculated daily based on social media posts. And these values are then plotted across a user-defined time window, allowing for temporal trend analysis. So let me execute this code cell, and here's the dashboard. So you can select a team from the drop-down menu. So I can select Zhou. And you can also change the date range using the date picker. So I can change the date. And the dashboard will automatically update to show the sentiment trends over time, the distribution of positive, neutral, and negative sentiments, and daily post counts, and the match results are marked on the timeline. So these vertical dashed lines show the date of the match and the match results and the opponent. And here's how we handle the date range error. So if the start date is after the end date, the range will not be valid. So that's when this scenario happens, the system can automatically change the start date to the day before the end date to make sure that the range is valid. So basically, what I gotta do is, so basically I can set the start date is maybe in the April, but the end date is in the March. So then it will set the start date to the day before the end date. So this is how we handle the error. So, and now let's see the emotional volatility analysis. So let me execute this one, and you can see that on this chart, the win ratio represents the average proportion of positive posts after the team wins. So, and the loss ratio represents the average proportion of positive posts after losses. And this volatility index reflects how much a team fan sentiment affects over time. So basically, it means the win ratio minus the loss ratio equal to this volatility index. So you can also on this dashboard you can change the start date, you can change the end date, just like the above feature, and you can also set the minimum post. So the minimum post means the minimum post count within this date range. So I can set to maybe 1,000, and I can set the start date over. Yeah, and the chart will be automatically updated. the next feature is the keyword analysis. So this section presents a visual summary of the most frequently occurring keywords in the social media posts made by fans of a selected AFL team. So by analyzing word frequency over a specified time window, the system generates a word cloud in which the size of each word corresponds to its relative or in the fan discussions. So let me execute this one, and here's the dashboard. So I can change the team, I can change the time range. I can also change the number of the keywords, and the keywords word cloud just automatically updated. So like the bigger means the it has more like larger frequency. So this is our second feature. So now let's move on to the fourth feature, which is the hot matches analysis. So this section explores the most talk about matches by tracking fan post activity around the game days. So for each match, the system checks how many posts were made before, during, and after the event. So if the total activity exceeds a certain threshold, the match is marked as hot and included in the chart. So let me execute this one. And here's the dashboard. So I can set the activity threshold. So basically, so now, and I can also set the analysis window, the start date, the end date. So I can change here to here. I can change the analysis window. So basically, the window means that so at this scenario, the analysis window is 3. So the system will count 7 days. So 3 days before the match, 3 days after match, and the match day. So if these 7 days total post count is more than 6,000, then the match is defined as a hot match. So I can change it to maybe 3,000. And the chart is automatically updated. So now let's move on to the final feature. So it's activity analysis. So this component investigates the relative activity level of a fan base across AFL team by analyzing the volume and proportion engagement of social media posts. For each team, we can calculate the total number of posts within a specified time window, as well as a normalized activity ratio that compares the team post count against the league-wide average. So let me execute this one. And I can just change the start date and the end date. So basically, now you can see that the post account just updated, and you can see that which team has the most count post account, and the least post account. And these are all the 5 features we have development. And thank you for your watching, and that's it. Thank you.